In our solar system, the way the Earth is positioned currently, it is in the third position, right? We have other planets also before, we have a lot of other planets also after that. Why do you think so we are only at the third position? Why not fourth? Why not second? Why not the sixth or seventh? Have you ever thought about this? And if you actually look at the way what our planet Earth is offering us, only life exists in planet Earth. I think all of you are aware, in our current solar system what we have. It is only on the planet Earth that life exists. And the way how the entire solar system is running and the way how Earth is running, it is running with wafer thin margin. One small deviation can collapse the entire thing. I don't know if you are aware of the entire thing, the gravity you talk about, or the oceans you talk about, or you talk about our atmospheric, any kind of thing. They are all running with wafer thin margin. So, my dear friends, I just wanted to touch about the subject on the environment today, in terms of are we doing justice to it. So, before I go to that particular topic, I want to show about a small video about what is that Mother Earth is offering us. What is the natural beauty we have? What is that it is to offer to us? All of you can see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it is coming.
Friends, just imagine that you are coming from a top of the earth. Just watch about the effect you're going to get it from the clouds. Have you ever, the sunlight which is coming from the top of the earth, the sand, the sea, the water, and all the other natural effects which is Mother Earth is offering us. Just have a look at the natural beauty which is offered to us. The kind of beauty, underwater creatures we have got. The eagle landing on the mountain. And all the natural flowers what we have, I think a lot of people have mentioned in our previous presentations about the natural beauty of what we have. The mountains, the fire, natural things which we get from our Mother Earth. But are we doing justice to it? For example, today, do we have any right to deplete our natural resources? So what are our natural resources? Water is a natural resource, right? Look at our condition today. Air pollution. What kind of air pollution have we had today? What kind of noise pollutions are we producing today? What kind of underwater pollution we are producing today? And so on. Just wanted to touch on one particular topic of this air pollution. I think all of you are aware we have got an atmospheric protection called the ozone layer. I think all of us are aware of that, right? So, did you ever imagine that what happens to us if we don't have the ozone layer? A lot of radiation comes to us. I don't think so human race can survive, right? So, there are a lot of items which we produce naturally which will cause the effect of the ozone layer depletion, and a lot of subjects are going on. What is that we are doing against that? Second, on the air pollution, lot of vehicle pollution, lot of industrial pollution, lot of things. I think in a few years back, you would have read in the newspapers, there was a Supreme Court order in New Delhi that all public transport has to move to CNG. I think you would have heard this in a few years back, right? I was watching a channel on a particular day. One day, Supreme Court has given an order, no more vehicles which are run on diesel, all have to move to CNG. 15 days there was no diesel vehicle which was moving actually. If you see the emission levels that day, I was saying in NDTV that particular day, it has come down to by almost like 40 to 50%. And before that people used to complain, people go to Delhi, your eyes used to burn. Today if you go to Delhi, it is one of the most pleasant cities what we have today. So if there is a will, there is a way a change can happen. The same thing, I don't know why we are not introducing in other cities like Hyderabad, not in cities like Bangalore kind of thing. I think it is the right time that we start doing this. And each one of individual of us have this responsibility in taking this forward. Coming back, I think friends like Ramesh has touched upon the topic of water. how much of industrial waste we are producing into the water, into the ground level, it is getting polluted, a lot of other stuff. Friends, today we are complaining about that we don't have rains. I think he's touched upon the right topic, Ramesh has touched upon. Unless our groundwater moves up, there is no way rains can come properly for us. Why? Because for a cloud to happen, everything goes on a cycle. One thing is dependent on the other, and that's what we have seen today. And my dear friends, if you start abusing your natural resources, like for example today, why do you think tsunamis are happening? Why do you think earthquakes are happening? Can anybody tell me? Let me tell you in my very basic understanding. I am not a scientist, but let me tell you in my understanding what I have. We try to remove coal, for example. What is coal? We go down very, very deep into that, we remove that coal. Oil. We go down 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 feet below, we remove the oil from that particular place. And of course there is a imbalance which happens, and that crust has to adjust, right? And any kind of thing which happens. So these are the reasons why we are getting a lot of tsunamis, or what you call, a lot of earthquakes, or whatever natural things we got. So my dear friends, we are already running on a very, very thin imbalance. The time has come for us to act. If we don't start looking at the environment,